Hello. Do you ever question to whether everything you know and everything you read and everything you heard was just a lie? And I know it can get very uncomfortable sitting with these questions because now there's a fine line between becoming paranoid with life, because you start questioning everything, and there's a lot of doubt and fear to some of the things or the people or everything around you. It can create a lot of mistrust. But there is also room for curiosity. There is room for allowing a different perspective or a different observation or a different reality to emerge by just asking, to understand how to kind of balance asking and being curious without becoming paranoid, without being paranoid that, oh my God, everything can be just like an illusion. And sometimes I try to snap out of the way that I question things, because I can get down the rabbit hole of thinking like, holy shit, like what should I believe? Like what should I know? And I ask myself, like, do I really need to know everything? And I'm realizing, and this is my own personal journey, that the more I detach from the knowing, the more I create and anchor my truth in knowing who I am, knowing that I am a source of light, knowing that I'm connected to humanity, knowing that I'm consciousness, like understanding that awareness, understanding it from a macro lens, understanding that I just came into this human body to experience life and all that it is. And I try to stop asking so many questions so I don't get in a paranoia state. Because with what I'm witnessing right now, it's like, holy shit, what to believe these days? Who can you trust? What can you trust? Everything feels like a lie. Everything feels like a fake, I don't know, like a reality. It feels like a game that we're playing. But I never stop questioning, and I remain curious. And by remaining curious, I allow myself to hear someone else's story without imposing my own narrative and my own perspective on others. I create space for different perspectives to emerge. And then it's my choice, by listening to my body, whether that feels right or not. And this is what's happening. What's happening is that the more that you're getting attached to certain ideologies, the more that you're getting attached to certain perspectives, to religion, anything that is, you feel like there's a toxic attachment to it, in my perspective, means that there is further disconnect from self, and there is further disconnect from God, because now you don't know who you are. And we don't know who we are. We attach to the external. We attached from the mind, not from the heart. But if you knew who you are from the heart, if you knew that you're light, you're pure love, you're part of God and God is part of you, and you just try to increase that awareness by using your breath, then maybe you will be moving in life less attached to those ideologies that are all man-made. Borders are all man-made. Everything is man-made. Not everything, but like, you know what I mean. I don't know why I'm holding this pen, but it feels good. So what I'm trying to say is that the more that you're disconnecting from your body, the more that you're not gonna be able to discern what's true and what's not. Because I truly believe that our body is one of the most intelligent systems ever. But the food that we eat, the poison that we allow to enter our bodies, the distractions, the noise, it's creating layers. That's layers of, I don't know, like you can't access. Think of it as a circuit. You cannot access that intelligence that your body should be telling you where to move, where to go. Should you trust that person? Our food, have you been going to the grocery stores lately? I'm sure you have. And I feel like I want to cry every time I'm buying groceries, because they just don't feel real. I don't know what the hell I'm eating. Truly, I don't know what I'm eating anymore. And when you want to go to the organic aisle, it's like 10 times more expensive. Why? Don't you question these things? And I feel bad for the younger generation, because the younger generation don't even know what a real tomato should look like. They don't know what a real apple tastes like. They don't know what a real cucumber should look like. A zucchini, for fuck's sakes. I go to the grocery stores and I'm looking around and I'm like, what? Since when? Why is the tomato perfectly shaped? Why is the cucumber this long? Shiny? Why does an apple feel so tasteless? All the fruits taste the same. Everything that you're putting in your system is poison. Why? Don't you question these things? Why? Why are they trying to disconnect you from your own body? Because your body carries a lot of power. Your body carries the light. It carries the light. Do you know what that means? Do you know when all humanity wakes up and we're all radiating light and energy and a frequency that those war consciousness and darkness cannot even, play with? And I know a lot of the conversations and a lot of things I include energetic component, because that's, that's what I believe, and that's like how I relate. I'm very connected to the ethereal. I'm very connected to the mystical. I'm very connected to the unseen as much as I'm connected to earth. And this is what we want to create, a balance between heavens and earth. We cannot just be always looking from a grounded perspective, from a logical mind. There's things that are unseen. There's things that are, that the logic cannot make sense of. And obviously we cannot just lose it up there. Like, there needs to be a balance. There needs to be a balance between the upper worlds and the lower worlds. There needs to be a balance between heavens and earth. And so if you're gonna follow me, just know that I'm always gonna be integrating these two realities. But my invitation to you is to really start asking questions. Be curious. Be curious to the things that you read, to the things that you watch. Be aware, raise your awareness. When you're around people, what is your body telling you? What is the body signaling? When you enter a space, does the body feel expansion or does it feel contraction? And why? Are you regulating your breath? And that's the power of regulating the nervous system. That's the power of healing your nervous system. So you shed and you release all the, let's say, the layers of dust that your body accumulated. So think about it as you're looking at the window, right? And there's always very clear, it's very clear. You're always able to see everything outside with crystal clarity. And then there is a snowstorm that happens, and many storms, very aggressive, storms that happen, that creates layers of dust and layers of, just layers of unhealthy and unclean particles on your window. So when you're looking outside, you're not seeing that with the crystal clarity that you were able to see before when there was more light, when there was more sunshine. So what do? You try to clean the window by watering it, by cleansing it. So the same thing happens to the body, to the eyes, to the heart. There has been a lot of darkness around us. And the darkness is also the distractions, the things that we are allowing our system and our minds to consume. Social media can be very dark, very distractive. There's so many things that are trying to, we are trying to consume to add more layers to our eyes, to our hearts, to not let us see with crystal clarity. So how can we now, start removing those dusty layers? By tools that you have to find for yourself that works for you. There's so many tools. It can be as simple as sitting in silence every single day for like a minute or two. It doesn't, what for me, meditation is not about the duration. The meditation is about how quickly you can go internally and connect with yourself. And it takes time and it takes practice, right? So if you sit every single day for like a minute or two and you close your eyes and you can just imagine some water cleansing your eyes, like imagine a waterfall coming down your eyes to clean those layers that's been created by the darkness that's around you, by the distractions. And practice this visualization every single day. Waterfall on your heart, waterfall from above cleaning you. Really, there's so much power in visualization because it's energy. So start by creating that awareness within yourself to clean your system. Surround yourself with people that are curious, people that are supporting your growth, people that want to see you grow and expand your light. The more that we expand our light, the more darkness cannot exist. Imagine all the building or all the rooms in your house are on. You wouldn't see a single corner that's dark. Even the room that maybe there's like certain corners that the light is not bright, but there's still some light. It's still waiting just to be reached. But with all that light that's in the house, your eyes now are used to seeing that light. So even in those corners of where light is not so strong, you'll be able to see it crystal clear. And even when things are not too bright, you'll be able to see with that clarity. And that darkness will not be able to consume the light of your house. So imagine that your house as your inner temple, your temple which is your body. You have to start treating your body as your inner temple. We don't need to be going to external temples to create that connection. And this is the issue. The issue is that a lot of those are solely my perspective and the way that I perceive and I observe certain traditions and certain faiths and certain religions. They're always teaching you to seek something outside of you, not inside you. As if the power is outside of us. And the power is all within us. We are part of the creation. And you are the creator yourself. You are the creator of your own reality. And when you're connecting with your inner temple, you're connecting with the God that you have within. And with the God that is all around us. So, turn on your light. Turn on your light. And yeah, I think that's it for this video. And then I'm gonna, in the next video, I want to talk more about the masculine and the feminine energy. And between, like how we have that, even when in the brain and how the body physique is and all that. So stay tuned. Ciao.